We got MLB, the show 20. Cleveland, actually, the New York Yankees is in town to take on the Cleveland Indians in this divisional playoff game. This is game 3. So far, Cleveland is leading the series 2-0. We're gonna try to end it right here. Try to sweep them. That should be a pretty good game. I think so anyway.
MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 3 of the American League Division Series between the New York Yankees and the Cleveland Indians. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to our exclusive postseason coverage on MLB Network. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, lots to talk about here as we get ready for Game 3.
And you got to figure here in a 5-game series, the odds are long for coming back when you're down 2-0. But hey, it's not impossible. It's been done before, but you could bet the other guys are hungry to end this thing right here and now to give themselves a couple of days off before the next series. This should be a good one.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Carlos Carrasco will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. No here, Danny.
Hey, every team needs a pitcher like this one here. His numbers aren't going to blow you away. Career ERA just under 4. But one thing he does, he takes the ball every 5 days, throws strikes, and gives his team a chance to win every single time he goes out there. He'll be fun to watch in this one here today.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And afternoon baseball on MLB Network is underway. A ball and a strike. Altogether a fine afternoon for baseball. 66 degrees the game time temperature. Now the 1-1 pitch. It swung on and missed for strike number 2. Fastball is swung on and missed, and there is your first out of the contest. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Here's Miguel Andujar now as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Here's the pitch. Now a fastball gets the upper part of the zone for strike 2. Carrasco is sort of a curious case as a starter. Usually doesn't walk many guys, but at times he ends up giving up his share of hits. The translation on that is that he throws a lot of strikes, but oftentimes they are hittable strikes.
One of the keys, Matt, you'll have to watch from this guy. At times he kind of tiptoes, he tap dances around the strike zone. He has good stuff, but when he falls behind the count, he tends to nibble a little bit. And then when he brings the ball into the strike zone, and when he does, he becomes much more predictable. And what happens with that? The hits per 9 innings tend to go up.
Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. Looking to at least put the ball in play here this inning. In there, and he's in control 0-2 now. And there are the umpires working this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Patrick Johnson.
You know, D-Roll, Patty Johnson, decent strike zone, but isn't always super consistent. I think that's one of the things that irritates players and pitchers.
Yeah, you're going to see a few glares, not only from the offensive guys, but maybe the guy on the mound as well. He needs to be a little bit more consistent. He was looking for a swing and a miss breaker right there, but left that one in the zone that got fouled off.
And he struck him out. So a fine inning here as he strikes out the side in order. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. The Bombers kept off the scoreboard in the first. Indians coming up. Lots more to come, just getting started on MLB Network. James Paxton will do his best on the mound to keep his team alive here in the division series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, every team needs a pitcher like this one here. His numbers aren't going to blow you away. Career ERA just under 4. But one thing he does, he takes the ball every 5 days, throws strikes, and gives his team a chance to win every single time he goes out there. He'll be fun to watch in this one here today.
Let's get it.
Now the pitch.
Base hit.
Sent on the ground out to second. LeMahieu's got it. And quickly there's one down to lead off the frame. Stepping up now, Oscar Mercado, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Now a ball pulled hard but fouled off to the left. A shot down the first baseline. But this will get foul for strike 2. And a fastball swung on and hit to second. Gloved by LeMahieu. Throw in time at first for out number 2. And with 2 gone now, let's take a look at our up-to-the-minute playoff tree. And you can see the Tampa Bay Rays already waiting on the winner of this American League Division Series. Now batting, Francisco Lindor. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. Paxton peers in. Here's the pitch. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. 2 out, nobody on.
That's early.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. This one's hit deep out to left center field. Back goes Stanton, but he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall. And he will pull into second with a 2-out double.
It's always nice to get something cooking in the first inning. 2 outs. Now your cleanup man steps to the plate and has a chance to drive in the first run of the game.
Get it, Cleveland. You got 2 down.
From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Oh, wow. Swing
Late that time for a strike.
Have to find a way to get that guy home from second now. Never know how important these early runs can be.
Slapped hard the opposite way. And that'll get down out there. Throw into second. The tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the side is retired.
That run still scored, though.
Here's the first pitch to him. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball 1-1. And it's a ball and 2 strikes now to Aaron Judge.
Count is 1-2.
Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
Boy, he's really on a roll on the hill right now. As we roll through it again, remember, he struck out the side in the last inning, and now he picks up right where he left off by striking off the leadoff man here. Let's see if he can keep this going for a little bit.
So striding in, Torres. He'll get to take his first cuts here. He's set and the pitch. Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
Aggressive swings out of him to start this at bat, but he hasn't been able to put the ball in play. Time to use that aggressiveness and make him chase now.
Boy, and they cannot touch him right now. 5 straight strikeouts on the ledger, and there are 2 away.
Man, I love watching a pitcher that just rears back and blows smoke by a guy at the letters. That's the ultimate challenge pitch, and for me personally, watching hitters swing and miss, man, that's a sight of beauty.
Standing in now, Luke Voigt. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Luplow is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. It remains 1-0. So now Carlos Santana, the head-to-head with James Paxton. He's got 7 hits in 9 tries. He also has 1 home run. Outfield shaded a bit to left center. The first pitch on the ground towards second. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
Hey, some guys can handle the postseason lights, and this is obviously one of them. Another base hit leading off for the boys. This guy's had a monster postseason so far.
Stepping up to the plate, Jurickson Profar. First pitch of the at-bat. Oh, and this ball is absolutely blasted. High and deep.
Word.
On the home run porch and gone. A 2-run home run for Jurickson Profar. His first homer so far in the series, and the Indians move in front now 3-0.
See this very often over this starting pitcher. This guy's not used to giving up some bombs, so I'm sure that'll be a wake-up call, and he'll start throwing some better pitches.
To the plate now, Jordan Luplow. On the line, that's a base hit into left field.
You know, that's sort of a tough one since it's only the second inning, but I think it's about knowing your pitcher and how they respond. He's had some struggles here, so I think he's just reminding him to let those go and focus on the next batter.
So now to the plate, Dwight Smith, as he'll pop this one foul off to the left and out of play.
Good base hit.
Base hit into right center. Now this gets all the way to the wall. Luplow ignores his coach. He's chugging for home. He'll score easily. And they lead now by 4.
Hey, this guy's having a big series in the postseason. It looks like to me that the moment isn't too big for him. He's slowing the game down. He looks terrific.
Yeah, absolutely. Postseason monster right here. Having a huge series. Any big leaguer can have their moment mid-May, but to do it when it gets cold outside means everything.
Stepping in now, Roberto Perez. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. Hit sharply on the ground. And it's a productive first out as that runner's able to advance 90 feet up to third here.
Now batting, third baseman, Ramirez.
Digging in, Jose Ramirez. 3 runs already home and a potential 4th standing at third base. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And this is sliced foul into the stands in right, out of play. 0-1 pitch on its way. Hit back up the middle. But Mayhew towards second. He's got it. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
And here with the infield back, they were giving him the run on a ground ball, so he just takes advantage of that and drives the run home. Good approach.
Heading out towards shallow right. Judge is there to put it away and finally put it.
All right.
Back with Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, and leading off the inning, the big right-handed slugger, Giancarlo Stanton. First pitch on its way.
That's out.
The 1-0. Smoke toward the hole. Gloved by Santana. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And the next to bat, the Dominican-born catcher Gary Sanchez. Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
No strikes.
Yankees still on the lookout for hit number 1 here. Behind on the swing that time, and it's 2-1. Back up the middle. And he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out.
Batting up. The center fielder.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the switch hitter Aaron Hicks. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Fouled away. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Into the box now, Francisco Lindor, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing.
Line towards center field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So an inning opening single kicks off their half of the third.
And they start the third inning the way they finished off the first two, doing damage. As we take a look at his numbers, you can see they've had his numbers since the first pitch. If he doesn't buckle down soon, he might have a short outing here.
And that'll bring in Franmil Reyes. Lindor on at first, nobody out.
Base hit. Let's go.
Into center field, line drive base hit.
Boy, Dero, he's not missing very many barrels so far in this one. That is back-to-back bullets and another base hit.
Yeah, no doubt about it. There was this banner that hung in the Texas Rangers clubhouse back in the day that said hit or get left behind. That's exactly what this offense is doing.
Here comes the Yankee manager now up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And he's going to motion for the bullpen, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. So it's an early shower here this afternoon, as this will not go down as one of his better outings. Ben Heller is going to come on to pitch here, and in just the third inning, you have to think he'll be asked to eat some innings.
Ben Heller.
ERA at 11. Man.
Here's Carlos Santana now. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. Heller, originally from the Badger State of Wisconsin. He was taken in the 22nd round back in the draft of 2013.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
And the run will score from second here as that breaks it open to a 6-0 lead.
You know who's the happiest man in the building right now? His starting pitcher. He's got a big old smile on his face. He knows he has a 6-1 lead here in the early going to work, but you can't let that take away your edge, though.
Jurickson Profar digs in next, and that's through into left, a base hit. In with it is Stanton, and that's going to hold that runner at third base.
Boy, Dero, the game of baseball has changed. There's so much velocity in the game. That was a 96-mile-an-hour fastball that he smoked the other way.
Yeah, you have to keep your front shoulder tucked right there. You have to honor. When a guy's throwing that hard, 96 miles an hour, you have to honor that fastball and try and work it the other way to keep you on the off speed.
Back to first, so they get the double play, but the run does come in to score.
Hey, bases loaded. Last thing you want to do is ground into a double play, and that's just what he does. One run scores, but you don't get an RBI in that spot. That's a rally killer.
Now to the plate, Dwight Smith Jr., runner in scoring position with two gone. First delivery to him on the way. Hard on the ground toward short. Fielded cleanly. On to first, and that'll do it as they manage to not let this inning get out of hand. So that'll bring in Giovanni Urshela back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
He is in complete command out on the mound today. He's got all four corners locked in, and now he's raising eye levels to boot.
And he takes strike three called on the fastball, one gone.
Boy, he's got great stuff today, doesn't he? That's 7 punch-outs now here in the middle innings. He's up over 1 inning up to this point. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can change their plan of attack and start to put the ball in play. But right now, that's just not happening.
And that'll bring up Miguel Andujar. Oh, and he misses it. On to first, and that is 2 quick outs to start the fourth. So 2 are gone now in the Yankee half of the fourth, and that'll bring up DJ LeMahieu. First pitch coming, here it is. Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1.
Not shocked by their aggressive nature at the plate today, but they got to change their MO if they're going to compete in this one.
Behind 0-2 now. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch lofted in the air out toward right center. Right fielder giving chase. He's got it. A great running play, and that'll retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. They need to get something cooking here. It's 7-0. Just about set to go for the last of the fourth. But before we do that, here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, I talked with manager Terry Francona during the break about his thoughts on the Indians' hitters to this point. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He said their ability to get on the attack and chase the opposing starter from the game prior to the 4th inning obviously sets them up nicely for the rest of the game. Now, he just hopes they can keep that same focus at the plate in the middle and late frames, Matt.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Standing in, Roberto Perez. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead.
Perez.
First pitch on its way.
That would have been a good base hit if it stayed fair.
Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1.
Hell no.
Hot shot to third. Andujar brings it in, and there's 1 away. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Jose Ramirez. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Good swing. Just got to try and straighten that one out. Here's the 0-1. Bullet back up the middle. And he'll lay out to make a spectacular catch. Wow. So stepping in, Oscar Mercado. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. And now pitch on the way. Swing and a liner, but foul. 2 outs, nobody on, but a base runner here feels like it would really change the complexion of the inning.
Big spot right here, middle of the order guys coming up. Let's see if he can extend the inning.
But this will be pulled in out there at second base, and that'll be that. Indians go down 1, 2, 3, and they hold a 7-0 lead. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Yankees manager Aaron Boone during the break about the team's offensive performance so far, and he was pretty blunt in saying they're just not having very good at-bats. They haven't had a single guy on base yet, so it's starting to feel a little desperate down here. But he said they've unfortunately just been faced with some really great pitching today. The key going forward is to find any way they can to get him out of his rhythm on the mound. Now, that may be a tall task, but they feel the little adjustments could lead to things turning around for them.
All right, Heidi, thank you.
Aaron Judge.
He's set. Here it comes. And he'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0.
This guy's been really on point so far, but it's not getting any easier. He has to get through 4, 5, and 6 right here.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
Although he doesn't use that pitch too much, if he's able to steal some strikes early in the count, could be something they have to think about.
And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Oh, I love watching a pitcher that can run a good hard fastball in on a guy's hands and completely lock him up. That's such a tough pitch to do anything with. If you can locate your fastball there consistently, you're going to have a lot of success as a pitcher.
And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Center fielder giving chase. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away.
Now batter.
In now, Luke Voigt. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. And Dan, that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it.
It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. The next 0-2.
Ball one.
2 out, nobody on. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. They're down by a touchdown, 7-0. And that'll bring in the switch-hitting Francisco Lindor. He doubled earlier and carries a 2-for-2 line into this appearance. Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. Hicks is right there, 1 down.
Jumped all over that first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a leadoff hit.
1 man out now in the Cleveland 5th. And here's Franmil Reyes stepping in. Well hit to right, but a foul ball.
Damn, just foul.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
No.
Popped him up. Voigt is there.
Ball ain't hitting.
He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Coming to the plate now, Carlos Santana. 2 base hits, both singles to this point. This is pulled into right. And again, he's got himself a base hit. Make it 3 for 3. The relay in the dirt, and oh, he can't quite dig it out.
Let's take another look at just a textbook swing right there. Good weight transfer, good hands to the ball, solid contact, and great extension through the ball.
Yeah, that's about as pretty as a swing gets. Nice look at it there from our camera guys as well. Stepping in, Jurickson Profar. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the second. First offering on its way. Hard hit ball to second. Throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and both runners are going to be safe. Into the box, Jordan Luplow. Hard hit ball to second, but right there is the second baseman, and that will retire the side. Indians strand a couple, but they're still in control, 7-0. Giancarlo Stanton now. He's set to lead us off in the 6th inning.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
And he'll start the inning with a
Okay,
pitch that
baby?
misses off the plate. It's ball one. Two balls and no strikes. The count is Stanton.
Talk about certain guys in the lineup that you want to be really careful with. This guy right here is one of those, and you can tell he's pitching awfully cautiously.
2-1 the count. And now a pitch on the way. And he fouls this one off. The 2-2 pitch. And he struck him out. So double digits now. 10 strikeouts for him thus far. Stepping in, Gary Sanchez. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. And it's fouled away. No runs, no hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Mercado calls off the left fielder as he takes charge for the second out.
Now batting, the center fielder, Aaron Hicks.
Now at the plate, Aaron Hicks. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out. So it might be time to begin the countdown as he's now gone through 6 innings without allowing a base hit. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. They need to get ready for another shot now. Dwight Smith Jr. He doubled earlier in the game. 1 for 2 to this point. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swinging a hard liner to center field.
Good hit. Good crap.
And he will run this one down, moving
him.
to his right, and that's the first out of the inning. Into the box, Roberto Perez. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit on the ground to third. Andujar's got it. And there's out number 2.
Now batting, third baseman, Ramirez.
Digging in the switch hitter, Jose Ramirez. He's hitless in 3
Come on,
at-bats to this point.
Base hit.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch.
Good one. That's fair.
A fair ball, line to the right
Good
side.
base hit. Yeah.
The center fielder, number 35, Oscar Mercado.
In now, Oscar Mercado as he grounds one briskly to short. Reined in. Throw over to LeMahieu at second, and that'll do it. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. On to the 7th now in game 3. The Indians lead it 7-0. 7th inning ready to roll, and stepping up as the shortstop, Gio Urshela.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. Now the 1-0. A swing and a miss, strike 1.
I mean, this offense has struggled because they haven't been able to make the adjustment. He stayed staunch on the outer half, and these guys have not worked the ball the other way.
Yankee shortstop behind in the count 1-2. The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2.
You know he's probably cheating on that inside pitch after he got jammed earlier. If you're on the mound right now, you want to try to hit that outside corner, and there's a pretty good chance you'll get him to roll over something.
So it's a backwards K on the changeup that time. Gio Urshela is retired to start out the 7th. Weak grounder down the first baseline. But a foul ball here, 0-1.
Going to need to make a little bit of an adjustment with his slider release and at least tempt the hitter that it's going to be a strike.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. He's around first, heading for two. And he'll reach second now with one away. They finally break through for their first hit of the ball game, so the no-hit bid will end right here.
Yeah, Matty B, and this is when you start thinking about that no-no. You get into the 7th inning, D-Row. As a pitcher, you start looking ahead to what might happen.
And that donut stares at you from an offensive standpoint as well. This guy's had his A game. You can't deny the fact that he's pitched a heck of a game, but from an offensive standpoint, you never stop grinding to get a crooked number up on that board.
Got him. As he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts now. Pretty clear he didn't like the call there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take. And he's down on strikes for the second time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch. And even if we had robot umps, he'd still be out. But the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
Here's a late swing and a miss. Strike two.
It's not easy to get your barrel to a pitch that high. That can be an effective location as long as he keeps it above the letters.
1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Ready with the 1 and 2. And he's going to add to the total. 14 punch-outs now as that ends the inning. Oliver Drake enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
14. Easy catch. He gives up a lot of runs. That's good for me.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. That'll bring up the switch-hitting shortstop and perennial MVP candidate Francisco Lindor.
Let's go. Let's go, bro.
First pitch of the at-bat. That's popped up. And this will land foul. Ground ball right side. He's got it. Throw to first is in time for the first out. One out now for the Indians in their 7th. And digging in now, Franmil Reyes. First offering on its way. Now Reyes with a drive. Well hit out to deep left field.
He got it.
And this one is gone. A home run. Shot here to left, his 3rd home run of this series as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
When that pitch was grooved right down Main Street, he couldn't believe it. He started salivating when he saw it, but stayed back enough to put a great swing on it.
Word.
Now back, first baseman, Carlos.
At the plate, Carlos Santana, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Trying to keep it going. A perfect 3 for 3 thus far.
There we go.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2.
Away from my pitch. That was the one I'm really wanted right there.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch lifted in the air out to center field. After it is Hicks, and he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the 2nd out. At the plate, Jurickson Profar trying to keep it going. A perfect 3 for 3 thus far. First pitch on its way. This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike 1.
72 mile an hour. Yeah.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. The bouncer to the left side. Endujar fields it cleanly. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. But the Indians add to their lead thanks to this solo home run. We'll march on to the 8th. It's the Indians 8 and the Yankees nothing. Digging in now for the Yankees, Torres. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect. But getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
Just gets a piece of it. Strike one. 0-1 count, and the pitch. Behind 0-2 now. Pitch on the way. Got him. And that's number 15 for the ball game. Well, these fans have been treated to a fine outing out of their hometown starter as we give you a look at the numbers here. A big 0 in the run column on the right-hand side of your screen. Coming to the plate now.
Strike out, fly out.
He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. From the stretch. Now a swing and a miss at a slider for a strike.
Hey, this guy's been throwing a gem so far. We're moving on later into this game, and he's right at about league average for first pitch strikes.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Luplow is over to his right as he puts this one away. 2 down.
The batter, the left fielder, Giancarlo Stanton.
Ready for another chance? Giancarlo Stanton. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one, and we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Strike one to start the at-bat. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two.
So far, this has been a terrific outing for this guy. Throwing well, keeping his pitches.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike three, and that will retire the side. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. They're on the short end of an 8-0 score. So striding forward now, Jordan Luplow, and he'll start out the bottom of the 8th inning.
Jordan Luplow.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. High in the air out to center field. Hicks is under it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Now batting.
At the plate, Dwight Smith Jr. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Yanked on the ground down the line. This is foul for the first strike. The 0-1 delivery. 8 runs, 14 hits. No errors to this point for the Indians. Hit down the line at first. But a foul ball, and the count holds it 0-2. Hard hit ball to short. And there are 2 away now. Now at the plate, Roberto Perez, who could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far.
Yeah, we 0 for 3. Come on, Perez, get on base.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. This ball's hit in the air down the right side and out of play. 0-1. Hit on the ground out to short.
There we go.
And that's through into left field for a base hit.
He looked a little bit out in front right there, but he's able to pull that ground ball through the hole for a single.
Third baseman, Ramirez.
Standing in now, Jose Ramirez. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike one. A runner on first with 2 away.
Good rip.
Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
Hey, after back-to-back two-out hits right now, this pitcher thought he was going to cruise through this inning, and now he's got traffic, and he's in jeopardy with a ball in the gap or a ball missed over the heart of the plate, a crooked number going on the board.
Into the box now, Oscar Mercado. This is foul right side. Struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0 for 4 ball game right here. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. High in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul
Same
ball.
place that Roberto Perez hit it at.
Here's the 0-2. This is line to left. And this is going to be a fair ball as it'll head to the corner. The runner from second crosses the plate, make it 9-0.
Yeah, Matt, hard to stay focused on the game when the score is this far out of hand, especially when you're on the losing side of it. Even as broadcasters, it can be a little bit challenging to stay fully dialed in.
Jonathan Holder comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. Oh, and he took a big swing at that one as this is driven out to deep left center field.
Home run.
And it's gone.
3-run homer.
So a 3-run shot to left center, his 3rd home run of this series as this lead got even wider.
Oh, man, he got hurt. His second pitch since coming in, and he serves one up. A reliever's worst nightmare and a big confidence boost to the lineup. Let's see if he can rebound.
So now to the plate, Franmil Reyes. As he rips it on the ground to second. That's through for a base hit, and he's putting together a monster line in this one. They just can't get him out.
Boy, talk about having a day, Devo. He gets his 4th knock of the game, but mixed in with one of those 4 was a round tripper. Not a bad day.
Yeah, you have 5, maybe a handful of games that you can throw out 4 knocks throughout the course of the year. Add in a tater to go with it. He's smiling. His food's going to taste better tonight.
3 for 4 so far and seeing it well in this ball game. Here's the 0-1.
Good base hit.
That's a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
You'll only see about 10 of these pitches a year. The changeup on a tee in the middle of the plate, but tip your hat to the batter right there. He did not come unglued, stayed within himself, and drove it for a base hit.
Here's Jurickson Profar. He'll swing and lift the ball foul off to the left and out of play. With this one almost in books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here.
All right.
Digging in now, Gary Sanchez.
Tied up.
He'll lead it off
right
with his
here.
guys needing a 9th inning rally here if they're going to force a game 4. Here's the first pitch. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1. And it's 0-2 to Sanchez.
Man, this dude is locked in on the mound. He's throwing each pitch with confidence.
Checked his swing there. Did he go around?
Nope.
No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. Now the 1-2 pitch. And this is taken for a ball high and tight. 2-2.
Wow, kind of an interesting pitch call there. The batter flailed at the pitch away on the previous one, so you'd think you'd go right back there, but instead they decided to come in, make him prove he can adjust before you do.
So it was a strikeout swinging. Gary Sanchez. Here comes the first out of the inning. Here's the first pitch. Fouled off. swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Hey, I know it's a day game, but these guys better wake up. He's on point today, throwing a lot of exploding stuff.
Strikeouts for him now.
2 up, 2 down.
To the plate now, Gio Urshela. And he puts it on the ground to second. Scooped up. And the Indians are on their way. Next stop, the American League Championship Series.
All right. Uh-oh. That was a good game. Good series. And I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Excuse me, enjoyed that game, man. If you did, hit that like button. If you are new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. So you can catch my videos as soon as I go live. Be a part of my live stream.
So far, winning here to punch their ticket to the next round and a possible trip to the World Series. Well done.
Well, we talked about his dominance all throughout the game, and he ended up finishing what he started. A complete game shutout. He's our top player of the game.
Well, you know he wants that one pitch back that led to the lone hit, but it was pretty awesome watching him do his thing. He had guys off balance and flailing at the plate all game long, so he really was the story.
Okay. He pitched a great game.
For the left-hander Dan Plesac, Mark DeRosa, and our entire crew, this is Matt Vasgersian. This has been the American League Division Series.